It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, they're down there in 12th place in the Eastern Conference, but that's still a better position to be in than that back-of-the-pack spot in which they closed out last season. And tonight, two offenses that like to score in the post. Shaq, defensively, how do you counteract that?
Two types of denying. Deny the position and deny the entry pass.
Yes.
Sounds like you're in a state of denial.
I deny everything you just said.
Is it just me? I thought that was funny.
But you know what the other thing you could do, Shaq? If you pressure the passer, what it does is then it allows the defender to have more time to get around on the defensive and provide.
You're lucky I didn't guard you in your career.
Oh, I would have went right by you.
You're lucky.
I would have hoped you pressured me.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan. Time for the tip.
The tallest building in Michigan, the Renaissance Center. Part of the scenery tonight as we come to you live from Detroit. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It's the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Detroit Pistons. And guys, we won't be seeing Ben Simmons, who is injured.
Yeah, and since last game, when we saw him leave with that injury, the news appears to have gone from bad to worse. I mean, they're going to have to make do without this young man for a long time.
And that's the last thing you want to hear. Not getting to see a player of his talent on the floor is certainly disappointing.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Thank you very much. Now, Blake Griffin is new to Detroit, but he feels the blue-collar nature of this city suits him just fine. He said, hard work was instilled in me at a very young age. The very base of my game has always been physical. Guys, back to you.
Well, Detroit is happy to have him, David. Thanks. Tonight, a battle of up-and-comers. It'll take a lot of energy, Steve, but also some mistakes.
Yeah, turnovers for young guys. That's usually what turns the game around. And you can see the lack of experience. They missed their defensive rotations, and then when the game gets tight, they started to force shots. And it's fun to watch these kids grow up. But I think if you're a coaching staff, you're trying to speed up their experience because it's probably not fun to coach when they're youngsters.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. A look at the 76ers starting group. Fultz and Redick are in the backcourt together. Covington at the 3 and Saric at the 4. And it's Muscala in at the 5 spot. Now here's Saric, shoots over Griffin. The shot by Saric, no good. Griffin inside, covered by Saric. That shot by Griffin, no good. And the 76ers with possession. Here's Covington, takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Covington's got the opening bucket of the night here for Philadelphia. Outside Jackson, at the elbow Griffin. Pass to Drummond, just 5 on the clock. Over Muscala. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And Redick kicks to Fultz. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And Fultz is terrific at drawing contact, especially when he's going up to shoot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And the length and speed of Fultz makes him deadly. Excellent at shooting the ball and a super aggressive defender.
Good on both. Steve, for the Pistons, improving chemistry on and off the court has been a big focus.
Yes, locker room leadership and pieces that fit together on the court. It's about building a team in every sense of the word.
Saric attacking outside for Redick. Now here's Fultz, guarded by Jackson. Left side, Redick. Got a hand on it. Shot clock at 3, and the layup is good. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Jackson. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Milwaukee.
And he did great work on the defensive end, too, with 3 steals on the night. The mid-range area, perfect place to use your size advantage.
Now here's Fultz, guarded by Jackson. Redick surveying the D. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Misses the wing J. Passes it to Jackson. It's stolen by Fultz. Here's Saric. That one, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads. You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Kicks to Redick. Muscala dishes to Redick. Kennard with the rebound.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
Griffin passes to Jackson. Back to Griffin. Over Saric, and Detroit again with the bucket.
You know, it's not just the power of Griffin, it's the skill set. Reliable inside.
Here's Fultz. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. So about halfway through the season, Smitty, at this point, how much can teams really improve?
I think if you have younger guys, you start to see those guys develop. And then also if you have a lot of new guys, you see the chemistry start to form. And then a lot of times you can improve when you have guys coming back from injuries. A lot goes into a season. It's a roller coaster kind of effect. But it's good when you start to see teams put it together at the halfway point.
All about managing time, managing games, and injuries.
You're so true.
And the first one drops. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
The new head coach in Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
Yeah, good job. Just staying alert there, snatching up that long rebound.
Redick finds Saric. Now here's Fultz. His last outing, he had 8 points. Saric, that's good. And it goes to show you that any coach can get fired. Casey, one of the most successful, highly regarded coaches in the league, and Smitty still got let go.
If you learn about all he's overcome, all the tough jobs he's worked in the past, you knew he'd take it on the chin and keep on trucking.
Rebound by Muscala.
Wow. Now that's having a highlight reel in your mind, but in reality, it didn't work.
Jackson with it. No points in the game yet for him. He kicks to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Lets a floater go. The shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got his first basket.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Here's Fultz. It's good.
And how about the confidence level with which Fultz plays? When he's close to the basket, he keeps his eyes focused on the rim at all times.
Down low, it's stolen by Fultz. Here's Sharch. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
For Philadelphia, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And he knocks down the first one. Sharch nails them both.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Pistons trail by 5. Jackson kicks to Griffin. For the 3. Rebound by Muscala. The 76ers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Down low. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Jackson dishes to Bullock. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Pass to Griffin. Here's Kennard. Covered by Sharch. 5 to shoot. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Detroit, no good that time either.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The pass to Muscala. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Too aggressive to start this game. That's already a couple fouls already in the first.
Detroit making a switch here. Smith has checked in. And the 76ers also making a change. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Mike Muscala. Now here's Covington. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Redick inside the line. Second chance shot. Sharch, that's good. Sharch has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Griffin buries the long-range jumper. Griffin's got 9.
Blake Griffin's improvement from range. When he makes this, the defense has to make an adjustment.
And here's Fultz. He has 5. Over Smith. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Wasted no time on that one. And now just a 3-point 76ers lead.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your foreman has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
Here's Chandler. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
Yeah, I mean, nobody saw that game going to overtime, much less double overtime. And then also to get the victory, wow.
Now here's Fultz, following the miss by Griffin. Now Redick, looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And here's Chandler from the arc. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Pistons take it the other way.
Luke Kennard, the 12th pick in the 2017 draft out of Duke, an outstanding shooter and has a lot more to show in this game.
Smith, the pass to Drummond. Over to the left wing. Here's Kennard. And they convert at last on attempt number 3. Kennard's got his second basket. And Kennard, Smitty, went one pick in front of Rookie of the Year contender Donovan Mitchell. Some Piston fans ticked off about that.
Yeah, I understand. But he was top 20 in three-point percentage right out of the gates. It's not just about year one. I think Kennard has a chance to be good.
Here's Redick. The shot comes out. Good D by Drummond. Pistons trail by 3. Here's Bullock. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. So for the Pistons, Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Luer comes in for Blake Griffin. Robinson is subbed in for Reggie Bullock. The 76ers leading by 3. Shamet shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Pachulia with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Luer can't hit.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pass to Korkmaz. 1:57 left to play here in the first. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Kennard. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. From deep three-point range, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
1:24 left to play in the first quarter. McConnell finds Chandler. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's good. Kennard's got 6.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
McConnell's scanning the floor. The 76ers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Two shots.
The first one falls.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Both good from the line that time.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Here's Kennard. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 9.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Passes to Johnson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. 26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Shamet. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the 76ers lead by 9. Smith outside. Up again. Goes up again. Misses at the rim. And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers lead by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. One of the most dominant big men in the league, Andre Drummond, says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And, guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, in this era, everybody likes the three-point shot. I like their commitment to pounding the ball inside.
Smith and Kennard are in the backcourt. Pachulia is out there with John Lewis. And it's Robinson in at the small forward position. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And there's where, if you get some room, you kind of have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
And Lure kicks to Robinson. Back to Lure. Chandler with the rebound.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
Because it's all about timing, just unable to connect. One of those plays you really want back.
Here's Kennard. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. His three-pointer's off the mark. Philadelphia leading by 10. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Smitty, no doubt you had an outstanding jump shot. Talk about the difference in approach when you're a catch-and-shoot guy versus a pull-up off the dribble shooter.
Yeah, catch and shoot is obviously totally different mechanics, Kevin. You're waiting for somebody to pass it. You're obviously getting your mind set to be able to get yourself in position, get your feet right, and obviously shooting the basketball. Pulling up off the dribble, sometimes it tends to what the defense gives you. And that is an art to see guys like Steph and those guys, Kevin Durant and LeBron, who's added that, to being able to be comfortable shooting the basketball off the dribble. That is the hardest part about shooting it, pulling up off the dribble versus catch and shoot.
So as a great shooter, you think that is just that's the very top, but your admiration is very high for guys that can do that well.
Yeah, because you don't have time to get your feet set and get your mechanics right when the ball is in the air versus having it in your hand.
And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Smith outside, back to Jackson. Three-pointer. Detroit, no good that time either.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Inside. Chandler bounce pass. Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Korkmaz. Another miss by Philadelphia. Pistons trail by 10. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Chandler scanning the floor. Pass to McConnell. Johnson outside. Here's Korkmaz. Second shot opportunity. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from Pachulia. Smith on the wing. He's covered by McConnell. Now the pass to Jackson. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
McConnell with it. Jackson on him. And McConnell gets it to go.
Timeout. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Muscala, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler. Pistons trail by 10. Jackson kicks to Pachulia. Smith outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Lure. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pistons passing it around. 5 to shoot. That's a 2 from Smith. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Sunday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
McConnell passes to Johnson. Excellent D there from Pachulia. Pistons trail by 10. Robinson finds Lure. Stolen. Shamet covered by Smith. Stolen by Lure. Smith scanning the floor. Outside Jackson. Clock at 6. There's the triple. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Yeah, on the road, role players often have a harder time scoring. But on that night, it was just the opposite.
Now, here is Robinson. He had 13 points in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. The 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. McConnell with it. Pass to Korkmaz. Back to McConnell. Johnson wide open. He fires. Here's Muscala. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pistons trail by 10 to the paint. Here's Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Unafraid to take it inside. Ish challenging the defender. Comes out a winner.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. McConnell kicks to Johnson. Here's Muscala. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Muscala's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers. Now a timeout called by Detroit. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Andre Drummond's checked in for Pachulia. Blake Griffin comes in for John Lure. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Ish Smith. Now here is Robinson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's Bullock missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Saric outside. Volts kicks to Muscala. Saric against Griffin. The deep three from Redick. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
And Smitty, Blake Griffin last season acquired by Detroit at mid-year. How do you like the fit for him with the Pistons?
You know, they needed a playmaker and a shot creator. Also gives them some star power. Putting fans in the seats, that matters.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And he makes the first. We talk a lot about making plays at the rim and hitting threes, but the mid-range game is still alive, Steve, and it's playing well with some players.
I love it because it's coming back. The guy I come to mind to think of, first of all, is DeMar DeRozan. I think the king of the mid-range. C.J. McCollum, Carmelo Anthony, LaMarcus Aldridge. Chris Paul, for a point guard, does a nice job.
Chris Paul, right.
Knocking down the mid-range game. I love the three-point shot, but I think the mid-range game is starting to come back. Pump fake, one dribble, and knock it down.
Oh, the athleticism from Fultz is off the charts. Turns on the jets whenever he's taken off towards the basket.
Now here's Griffin. He had 37 points in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. The three-pointer is right on target. Bullock's got his second basket of the night.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Here's Fultz. Outside, Redick. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
Saric has the open look. He can't hit that time. And the Pistons now going the other way. Outside Griffin. Drummond passes to Jackson. Knocked away.
Out of bounds.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And now a quick look at some very potent men in the middle lately. Highest scoring big men in the past 10 games. Blake Griffin, number one.
He is so polished offensively in the low post. I mean, even when the defense collapses, he's got guys all around, and he finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
Now, here's Bullock. He has 6. Got a piece of it. And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Robinson.
For the Pistons, back on the floor, Luke Kennard.
Here's Fultz. He has 7. Outside, Redick. Shot clock at 6. Here's Saric. The 76ers with another miss. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Griffin. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
He's been this way all evening. You can see it in Griffin's eyes. He has scoring on his mind.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Blake Griffin, an all-star for his first 5 seasons in the NBA, but not the last 3. He's still an impact player, though. We'll see if he can crack the roster in the East.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Redick. He's averaging 11 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Shoots. And it's Bullock missing. Well, as we all know, Blake Griffin, Steve, possessing breathtaking athleticism, but injuries certainly have been a concern.
You're right. A lot of it, just bad luck. A teammate falls on your knee. That kind of thing happens. But his skill level is starting to complement his power. I think he'll be fine.
Now, here's Redick. Here's Covington. Rebounded by Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. 6-point game. That one falls. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. And here's Fultz. He's got 7. Redick dishes to Fultz. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Saric, that's good.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Back to Jackson. Saric against Griffin. Here's Jackson. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists now in this one.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now here's Fultz. His scoring average sitting at 15 points a game right now. That's a pretty sizable contribution.
And this is an area that you like to see Fultz work on. If he can develop a consistent mid-range jumper, it's over for the rest of the league.
I mean, tremendous body control in the air. Andre with the easy catch and flush.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Here's Redick. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Reggie Jackson for Philadelphia. They have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight. 7 for 10.
2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
J.J. Redick, not only one of the most dangerous shooters in this league, he's worked to become a very good team defender as well.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Chandler's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pistons trail by 6. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Back to Jackson. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Saric finds Chandler. Low block shot on the way. Back to Saric. It's Chandler high post. Gets a very good look and converts. Chandler's got 7.
He could have easily been selfish there and taken the shot, but he smartly kicked it out for a wide open look.
Jackson looking it over. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Redick. And the layup's good off the glass. Redick's got 4 points in the quarter.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Griffin. With 4 seconds on the clock.
When you put a smaller player on Blake, he has the ability to drive it, draw contact, and get to the free throw line.
The Pistons have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
2.
He's off on the first.
Despite all the injuries, Griffin was given the big contract. That kind of thing is a guessing game, but with high stakes.
And he's good on the second. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers on top, leading by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Tight game tonight, Dwayne. How do you break this thing open in the second half?
Well, number one is we got to make sure we get in a defensive disposition. You know, right now we're kind of trading buckets. We're anticipating, putting them on the foul line. So we got to play from an anticipatory style of defense, whereas we're not reacting to where they have us on our heels.
Case, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. From the get-go, it was Philadelphia who came out strong. They put together some nice offensive stretches and at one point led by as many as 10. They were able to string together a nice set of offensive plays to finish the quarter, making their last 4 shots. Going into the second quarter, they lost a little focus, sacrificed some points, but still finished with a 4-point cushion at the half. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
Check. What'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, this is a close game. Every point matters. Right now, they're not getting to the line much. To win this kind of matchup, you got to be the aggressor. You got to be, you just got to be aggressive. Let's just see if they can ramp up their intensity, Ernie.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
Well, we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
He is reliable down there. Once he gets going, he is a machine.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons, trailing by 4. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Redick and Covington, the shooters on the wing. Dario Saric is out there with Mike Muscala, and it's Fultz in at the 1.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
Here's Saric. Kennard with the rebound. Kennard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bullock kicks to Kennard. The Pistons working the ball around now. Covington with the steal. Here's Saric. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Very smooth finish with the finger roll.
Pistons trail by 4. Jackson with the bounce pass. And Griffin scores. The assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple shots. You are in rhythm.
Now, here's Redick. He's got 6, and good that time. Fultz has got 11 points.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good, quality shots.
Outside Jackson. Saric against Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
When Griffin makes up his mind, he is ready to attack the glass.
Outside, Redick. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And that's 3 out of 4 now coming out of the break. The offense playing with a purpose.
Here's Kennard. 13 points in the game. Jackson down low. Guarded by Fultz. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Redick with the bucket.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
And like so many other big men in the NBA, Mike Muscala also looking to become an outside threat.
He's increased the number of three-pointers taken each year, has shown a soft touch, and is a threat from outside. Won't be an offensive centerpiece, but he contributes.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Philadelphia calls time here.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
A different look here for Detroit. Pachulia comes in for Drummond. And Glenn Robinson III is subbed in for Reggie Bullock. Here's Redick. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Redick's got 12 points in the game.
I mean, JJ is a fantastic shooter, someone who's really at his best when taking all kinds of shots.
Shoots. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Blake Griffin.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
To the middle. Puts it up from 12. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Griffin's got 10 points here in the second half.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Saric outside. There's the triple. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on him.
Jackson passes to Griffin. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
You know, Steve, in the NBA, you know exactly how much your peers are making. Do contract numbers ever bring out animosity between players?
Yes, they do, Kevin. I mean,
really?
When you look at some guys, you see those guys starting to say, I'm putting up better stats than him, but he's making more money. And then it becomes the elephant in the room when the guys start to talk about it. They start not passing to each other. Yes, guys do know exactly what other players make, and sometimes there can become some animosity between the two.
Oh, that's something. Passes it to Saric. And Robinson comes to help. Stolen by Robinson. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
And that's a smart foul there. Instead of giving up the easy deuce, send him to the line.
Detroit shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Ish Smith, he's checked in for Detroit. Second free throw, no good.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
And Pachulia over to help. The second chance effort, and that one's good. Korkmaz has got 7 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Pachulia finds Jackson. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And Greg with Covington, he makes a point with his game to take what the defense gives him.
And sometimes that means Covington will go nights where he shoots very little. He's okay with that. He's focused on efficiency and making the best decision for the team. Only cares about wins and a true team player.
Now here's Šorić. He's got 15. Buries it down low. Now it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Knocks it loose. Covington with the steal. To the paint. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 9 points in the game so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Jackson drives in. That one goes in.
If you play Reggie to take it all the way, this is what he can do. Quick floater over the top.
Pass to Šorić. Here's Korkmaz, covered by Smith. It's Covington on the wing. Misses the three. Pistons trailed by 5. Here's Jackson. Off target with the jump hook.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The 76ers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And the 76ers making a change here. And that one falls from Šorić. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Detroit. 8-point game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here is Smith. Back to Robinson. 5 on the clock. Over Šorić. Robinson misses. Philadelphia leading by 8. Inside, Chandler, and the dunk by Chandler.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
Johnson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Now here is Smith. Robinson for 3, knocks down the 3 ball. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
Chandler down low. He's against Lure, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Detroit gets called for the foul. For Philadelphia, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think players should speak up. I think in all, all our 4 major sports, in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech. You should be allowed to speak up on issues.
Here's McConnell after the basket by Detroit. Teardrop shot. Here's Saric. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Saric has got 12 points here in the second half.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Pachulia dishes to Jackson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one. Reggie Jackson, a great season and a half spent in Detroit. Since that time, injuries have slowed him down.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Detroit.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Jackson dealing with knee tendonitis, Steve. Then last season, a serious ankle sprain.
Grade 3, as bad as it gets. One of the league's most imposing point guards. He's got to be right, though.
Now, here's McConnell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And it's good, 2 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And so it's Detroit with the ball after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Jackson. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Saric has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind blocking.
Smith kicks to Lure. Jackson against Johnson. The 10-footer. And that one drops. Jackson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Really smoking the Nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Now McConnell. And there's the pass to Chandler. Over Smith. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by McConnell. And it's 13 points for Wilson Chandler.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
To the wing on the left. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Bullock.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Saric against Pachulia. Stolen by Lure. Right side Jackson. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Saric.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
Now, here's McConnell. He kicks to Saric. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. That shot missing. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Smith outside. Pass to Lure. On the wing, Jackson. Over Saric. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they continue to control the glass.
And Philadelphia with another turnover here. A different look here for Detroit. Andre Drummond's checked in for Pachulia. And it's Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. Fultz, he's checked in for the 76ers. 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kennard kicks to Lure. Smith up top. Over McConnell. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Smith.
Smith takes his fair share of contested jumpers, something that hurts his percentage overall, but he has that Warriors mentality.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 11. Johnson down low. We're covering. Here's Fultz. Good work defensively by Smith.
Woo, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Kicks to Drummond. Doesn't go for him.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
A big-time effort for Dario Saric, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The big men are Griffin and Drummond. Smith and Kennard are in the backcourt. And it's Bullock in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Well, you love the fearless, aggressive attitude. Doesn't let size matter.
The minute you back down, everyone can sense it. Then you're in trouble.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Now, here's McConnell. Defense right on him. Fultz the pass to Johnson. Shoots from 8 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Man, both teams scoring at a higher rate here down the stretch.
You know what? It's all about the offense. Decisive and prolific. Fun duel to watch.
Now here's Griffin. Shoots over Redick. Griffin's shot is off.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Here's Fultz. Chandler outside. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And now it's a 9-point 76ers lead. Smith outside. Knocked loose and stolen by McConnell. Lays it up off the glass. McConnell's got the lead up to 11 now for Philadelphia.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for them.
They are winning the battle in transition. Look for them to keep pushing the tempo.
Here's Kennard. To the left side wing. 4 on the clock. Bangs home the trifecta.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Now here's Fultz. Defense right on him. To the middle. Chandler down low. He's guarded by Bullock. Chandler finds Johnson. 76ers moving the ball around. Lets a floater go. They get it back. Fultz. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And how about the intensity that Fultz is bringing? Doesn't back down from the challenge. Steps up and delivers even while being hit.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them 1 or 2 things that they could have done better.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Mike Muscala is checked in for Johnson. And Robert Covington subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He was not pleased. He said, you guys look dead out there. Told them they've got to play with more activity. And then he said, this is not going to cut it. I have to see who's going to step it up. Guys.
Here's Covington. After the basket by Detroit. Lets it go from 14. And he gets the jumper to drop. And the 76ers lead by 10.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Griffin looking around. And now it's Chandler running. He can go all the way. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The first one falls.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Smith. Passes it to Kennard. Griffin kicks to Kennard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul. Luke Kennard. Shooting free throws.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
He's perfect from the line this time. The 76ers leading by 10. Volts kicks to Redick. Pass to Muscala. Another miss by Philadelphia. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Griffin passes to Kennard. Drummond with it. Outside Griffin. Chandler with the steal. Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely. Chandler finds Covington. A floater. Lots of room. Muscala gets the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 12. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Inside, Drummond passes to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
If I'm Blake Griffin, I'm telling my teammate, throw it higher. I'll go get it.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. For 3, Covington. Rebound by Smith.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
The pass to Drummond. He dishes it to Griffin. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul. And the Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
For the Pistons, back on the floor, Reggie Jackson.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I don't know what Coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
First personal foul, team's third.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Here's Fultz. He kicks it to Chandler. Now the dish to Covington. Outside, Redick. Here's Chandler. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Chandler's got 19 points.
He's been so consistent scoring the basketball. It has helped him tack on to this lead.
Here's Griffin. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
They retain possession. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th assist in this one. Philadelphia leading by 7. Fultz kicks to Chandler. Off target with his 3.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Griffin's shot is off. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Fultz with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Now here's Covington. D right on him. Count it. Covington's got 4 points this quarter. Here's Jackson. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Took him no time at all on that one. And it's a 12-point 76ers lead.
There it is. Just lined it up and knocked it down. His first 3 of the half, 2nd of the game.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Six on the shot clock. Lobbed up there for Drummond. It's stolen by Muscala. Here's Chandler, and the dunk by Chandler.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
That shot by Griffin, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here is Muscala. Back to Covington. 6 to shoot. From the top of the key, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Sharch is checked in for the 76ers.
76ers substitution, Dario Saric.
Pistons trailed by 14. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Outside for Jackson. The teardrop falls in. Jackson's got 14 points here in the second half.
I mean, taking what the defense allows, Reggie can run the pick and roll in a variety of ways.
Now here's Fultz, guarded by Jackson. Fultz dishes to Redick. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Redick's got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Dario Saric.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
76ers on defense. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
And Andre Drummond, an incredible combination of size and athleticism. Steve, any players that he reminds you of?
You know, a young Dwight Howard. He's also been compared to a more athletic Moses Malone. Drummond's rebounding numbers back that up.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Fultz. Dishes it to Muscala. Kicks it to Redick. 5 to shoot. Over Drummond. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
Jackson finds Griffin. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And when you're in catch-up mode, you can ill afford these kinds of errors.
I feel like they're getting ahead of themselves. Just need to rein it in. Focus on each individual possession.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Stolen by Jackson. The finish. And the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Fultz, guarded by Jackson. Fultz kicks to Redick. Back to Fultz. 4 on the shot clock. Over Jackson. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And Fultz, such a good shooter. The D can only do so much. I mean, I like the D, the O, just better.
Now here's Jackson. Passes to Griffin. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Griffin's got 6 in the quarter.
As solid as he's been, they're still behind. He needs help.
The 76ers leading by 9. And Redick kicks to Fultz. Saric outside. Pass to Covington. Shoots the 3. Kennard with the rebound.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
Launches a 3. That shot misses. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. 41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia moving the ball around.
And the point differential just too difficult to overcome.
This is where it stings. You just want to keep competing, but deep down, you know it's just not your night.
Bullock, good.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Now here's Fultz, guarded by Jackson. Fultz with the ball. So the 76ers win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.